All right, calculus. Got a question yesterday about going into some detail on one of the integration steps that we had yesterday, which is awesome. So I'm going to happily go through that with this video here. So in the practice problems yesterday, we had an integration that looked like this. 1 over the square root of u. And the question was just to show some details on how that integration works. And so let's check that out. First of all, in one note, didn't know if you guys knew this or not, but your sloppy math work can actually look pretty with a press of a button. It actually thinks that my integrations look like S's. Okay, let's try that again. I know that can do integration. You guys were picking on me for that in class, so it's pretty funny to see it here. Oops. Highlight it. There we go. And voila, much better. There we go. Anyway, the steps for this. In the video, I purposely changed this to a power because we know power rules for integration fairly well. And so 1 over the square root of u is actually going to equal, oops, back to pen. It's actually going to equal the integration of 1 over u to the 1/2, right? But because it's a denominator, that means that if we want to write it as a general power without the denominator, we can change that to u over a negative 1/2. Okay, that's with any power. So if it's u to the third down there, it becomes u to the negative 3 or cubed. Okay, so same thing with each power down there. Now comes the integration of this. So when we integrate, remember our rule for integration is that we're going to do u to the n plus 1 over n plus 1, right? So we have to figure out what n plus 1 is here. Well, our n is a negative 1/2. So we really have u to the negative 1/2 plus 1 over negative 1/2 plus 1. Okay? So if we're going to do that integration, a negative 1/2 plus 1 right here is going to be a positive 1/2. So we'll have u to the positive 1/2 over, and then same thing here, right? 1/2. Okay. But what is that really? That's a dividing by 1/2 is like multiplying by 2. Or if you want to think of it this way, to simplify, I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by 2. Okay? So 2's cancel down here, and I'm left with 1. And I have 2u to the 1/2 over 1, which simplifies to, and a room in the corner. So I'm just going over here quick. 2u to the 1/2 plus c is my final answer. Okay, so there's a step-by-step process for 1 over the square root of u. Now, we see this a lot, the square root in the bottom. And so these steps should become automatic the more you practice them, just to see this as you work through it. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of steps here that I skipped in the video yesterday as we jumped to the conclusion. But there are the detailed steps for you, and hopefully that clears up a few things for you. Okay.